Hi, I'm Reid, editor of the EdisonReport and Design and Lighting magazine, and I am here with Simon Slupik from Silvair. Simon, welcome.
Hey, good to see you.
It was good to see you. So I interviewed you, 8 or 10 years ago in London at Lux Review.
Yes.
And that was the first time, and I had just learned about Bluetooth mesh. Tell our audience a little bit about what has happened now and with the introduction of Bluetooth NLC.
Yes, so this is the recent delivery from Bluetooth SIG. Last week we released 10 specifications in total, and 6 of them address specifically the network lighting control commercial industrial markets. They are built on top of the legacy of Bluetooth Mesh. We initially released Mesh in 2017. And it has been very widely accepted in the industry since then. The only issue we had was that some products didn't want to be fully compliant with the full breadth of the spec. So with the new spec releases, we are tightening the requirements. Basically, what was optional in the past becomes mandatory today.
Okay, because the way I understand this,
Yes.
kind of in layman's terms, and you tell me if I'm correct or not, many of these wireless companies were using Bluetooth, but they had their own mesh network, and their own mesh network was proprietary, so you didn't have the interoperability that the whole system, I thought, was designed for.
Yeah, exactly. From the very beginning, our long-term goal was to achieve full cross-vendor interoperability, because it's good for the markets, it's good for customers.
Good for adaptability too.
Absolutely. This is what really will drive the adoption and the proliferation of this technology. But many customers still think that when they are able to capture, many vendors still think when they are able to capture a customer into their walled garden, it's good for them. But it's not really a good long-term strategy. However, this is what we were seeing on the market since the initial adoption of Bluetooth Mesh, that people were, using portions of those specifications and then building their own proprietary stuff on top. And because of that, the interoperability was not fully achieved.
So, but Silvair did not do that.
Oh no, we from the very beginning wanted, to be fully open and interoperable. However, we needed more partners or competitors even to enter the same arena, right? To play together.
Last night we were talking about Mequon, and the way I understand it, Mequon will develop a component, then they will send it to you to make sure that it is compatible. And then eventually the Bluetooth SIG approves of it? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so there are two approvals in play here. One is from Bluetooth SIG, which is called...
That's the working group.
That's the special interest group approval. And that's mostly about, the compliance with the specification. So that covers everything which involves Bluetooth radio, basically, and the operation of the software related to the radio. Now, we also do, at Silvair, we do our own approvals for the parts which are not strictly related to the radio. So, for example, we require good ambient light sensor performance, and we have special tests for that. This is not covered by Bluetooth itself, because Bluetooth takes care of the radio part. Now, because we want to deliver the best quality ecosystem components to the market, we also take care about other aspects. So ambient light sensor is one example, right? But there are more.
Okay, will we look for a seal of approval? Will we see a Bluetooth NLC stamp on products?
Yes.
And what's NLC stand for? Network lighting?
Network lighting controls, yes, okay. Yes.
So there will be a stamp.
Products will, so from the branding perspective, there's only one brand, Bluetooth, and but of course it's very broad. It can mean anything. So NLC in particular indicates compliance with at least one of the 6 NLC specifications. So the 6 specs they are functional specs. So there is occupancy sensor, ambient light sensor, energy monitor, dimming control, SIM selector, and light controller. So 6 functional specs. You can make a product which has all of them in one. So that could be a smart Bluetooth bridge in a form of, for example, DALI D4i Zaga sensor controller, which connects directly to a DALI driver. That's one example of implementation. You may have some functions built into a driver itself. That's what we are seeing already in Europe, and I believe that will come to America shortly.
So Bluetooth NLC is available now, right?
As a spec it is. The products, I believe, are coming as we speak, right? So we should see first compliant product already this year, and I believe the ramp up towards next year's Light and Build show in Frankfurt will be exactly when we will see more and more showing up on the market. And I believe at that show we will be able to really experience the true cross-vendor interoperability in play. That will be the the checkpoint.
Well, it's turned into quite the show. This time 2 years ago they had 1,500 exhibitors. Now they have over 2,000 exhibitors already, and we're still 6 months out. So I do think there are going to be a lot of people at that show. Now, here's the toughest question of all: what do you think your competitors are going to do?
Well, of course, as always, there will be 2 groups. One group will join the ecosystem, because the ecosystem is the standard. Like, it's, it should be invisible. It's like line voltage or wall sockets, right? I mean, there are plenty of competitors. Like, for every product category you have competition, but they work on the same standard, and that gives you the choice and the broad selection of products. Now, there will be, of course, companies who will continue doing their own stuff, and that's their decision. I mean, and in the end, it's the market's decision, like, what people prefer to have.
All right. Well, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
All right.